Today we're talking jets. Today we're actually going to be looking at a model that I've had for a pretty good while. I'm getting it ready to fly again. It's been sitting up on the shelf for quite some time, and I thought it was time to get it down. Burn a little jet fuel. So yep, got a turbine. I got a AV8R Trainer Turbine. Again, it's an AV8R. That's the letter A, the letter V, 8R. So AV8R. It was a kit plane that you could purchase years ago and put together, and I bought it partially built. It was in the kit form still. Went ahead and finished that build. Got it all covered, and I've flown it once or twice. Had a flame out the last flight. Ended up bouncing it and stripping the front landing gear out from under it. Put that back on. She's ready to go again. Just started flying helicopters and just kind of put it up on the shelf, you know, so whatever's fun at the time, that's what I kind of get into. And I've been flying helicopters for the last 2 summers, really, and I wanted to try jets at the end of this summer and try next year to go ahead and get back into jets a little more. I've got an F-22 Raptor hanging over in the other garage that's been up for a while. My friend Nick's wanting that plane from me, so he's probably going to get that and put his own turbine in, so hopefully we'll have some video of that coming soon. So anyway, we're going to go over, check out the turbine. I didn't wipe any dust off, so you can see that it's very dusty. I did fire it up and run it. Of course, you know, running it for the video is kind of useless, really. It's so loud, it just blares out, and I mean, you can see the turbine running, so it's kind of boring. So I didn't tape that, but I did start it up and run it. I cleaned out my air trap, made sure everything was okay, put a new filter in it, run some new fuel lines inside the tank. Ready to go, put some new batteries in it. All I got to do is CG it and make sure that the new batteries I put in it were the right weight, and I don't think they are because of the battery technology. The last 3 or 4 years have gotten better, so I'm using a 2-cell LiPo for the ECU, and I'm using a 2-cell life pack, the big sub D size packs like you use in your DeWalt drill that I built, put that together. That's 6.6 volts at 2600 milliamp. That should, you know, get me 3 or 4 flights during the day. You know, my starting battery, it's a 4000 milliamp pack that runs the turbine, is a 2-cell live poly. That should probably get me 3 flights out during the day, and really that's about what I'm going to get on a weekend. I don't just constantly fly, so I generally sit around and talk just about as much as I get to fly. But at any rate, we'll check out the turbine. Okay guys, this is the AV8R. Overall fuselage length is a little over, it's around 7 foot. Wingspan, which I don't have the wing out here, the wing is 64 inches. I've got some nice tiger stripes on the wing, and I've got to finish putting tiger stripes on the orange part on the tail. Haven't done that yet. And also got some nice teeth to go up front, and the USA Air Force sticker to go on the side somewhere. Make it look kind of cool. Anyway, you can see that it's been setting a while. I wanted to kind of leave a little dust on there. I'll get that cleaned off, but just kind of wanted to show you this is a older plane I've had. This turbine that is on the plane is an FTE 500. It puts out about 13 to 14 pounds of thrust. It has been sent back to our good old buddy Carlos a long time ago, the guy that I purchased it off of. Sent it back, had a couple upgrades done to it. So again, it puts out about 13, 14 pounds, maybe 15 pounds of thrust on a good day. So anyway, we got pretty good power for this trainer jet. This is our T500 ECU. ECU stands for Electronic Control Unit. This controls the turbine. So anything that the turbine's doing, this is pretty much taking care of it. It's connected to your receiver through this wire right here that says RX, so that means it's going to the receiver, and that's going to the throttle servo. And then this is going out to the gas pump and to the fuel pump. So this is your propane gas start, and this is the fuel. This turbine is a propane start. This is the fuel pump, a little filter installed in line, a couple of those. There's one going back to the gas solenoid. This is the propane cylinder. So you put propane in it using this little port right here. That's a one-way valve to keep the fuel in the chamber. So that's what will start it. So the propane is going to fire it up and fire up the turbine. So the turbine's going to start spinning. It's going to throw the propane in there, ignite the glow igniter, and start up the turbine running, start getting speed and heat. And once the ECU goes, hey, I got some speed, and hey, I got heat, let's go ahead and throw the fuel to it. So it opens up the fuel ports, turns on the fuel pump, and then she really gets rocking and rolling. So once it sees it's up to operating temperature and operating speed, it ramps up a little bit above idle. Then it comes back to idle, and then it's going to start flashing on green, letting me know everything's good to go. The ECU stays on board. You also have a handheld unit that you can use called the GCU, which is the ground control unit. That plugs in right there. The ground control unit can do a lot of things. It can set up certain things on the turbine, like maximum RPM and that kind of thing. You can tweak around with it. You can tweak around with your voltage going to your glow igniter, and then you can also start it and stop it with the GCU. This is also equipped with what they call auto start, and once you plug it up within a given 5-6 seconds, I'm not sure right off of how it is, I think it's 5 seconds. Once you've fired it all, turned everything on, so you've got your receiver on, and you plug this on, and your transmitter's on. Basically, you can take your transmitter and you can go up, down, up, down, up, down, and it will fire up the turbine. The turbine starts up, hopefully runs without any kind of flame coming out the back, known as a hot start. This turbine starts pretty good. I've only had a couple hot starts, and to tell you the truth, they were probably my fault. I'm using, again, the 7.4 volt live poly. This is going to the ECU, so that's my ECU battery, and then down in there on far there's my life battery that controls the receiver. This is my UAT, or Ultimate Air Trap. This is the Bob Violet model UAT, which is about a $65 little bottle. You can tell it's been used before because it's $65. You don't go out and buy one of those every time you switch your turbines around. You end up trying to use that one as much as possible. Should be angled up a little bit more than it is. I'm going to have to kind of work on that a little bit. Anyway, it should angle up quite a bit. And that's going to keep all the air out of the fuel lines that's going to the turbine, so that we don't get air going into the turbine. Air bubble in the turbine means flame out, means it's going to quit. So we don't want that. So at any rate, the UAT helps prevent that. Also have a felt clunk inside of here to help remove air. So again, air is a big issue. Can't get air in there or it does quit. This is a trainer jet. It's designed to be your first trainer. I've got this one made up with a little rigged set of brakes here. This is my steering servo, and then this is my brake servo. And the brake servo comes down and actually operates this little arm, which has that's a fan belt. It's cut one notch of the fan belt, and then that's in between the notch of the fan belt on the back side for a regular automotive fan belt. It worked really good. It puts pretty good pressure on that, and I can actually hold it at full throttle in the grass, and it will hold. So it works pretty good. So again, that's the Aviator, guys. Just kind of wanted to go over a little demonstration, kind of what's what in a turbine for everybody that's new to turbines. We'll be flying it here in a couple weeks, so look for that flight footage online soon. And thanks for watching. Please rate and subscribe. I forget to say that every time. You can tell I'm not a typical YouTube guy, so please rate and subscribe. Thumbs up, like. I need all the hits I can get. If you see any products out there you guys would like to review, let the manufacturer know, hey, let Whirlybird Video Productions review your model, because he's a regular RC guy just like me. So at any rate, this is my Aviator. See you guys later. Thanks.